What's up, guys? We are here today at Gold Coast Kebabs. We're about to sit down with the man himself, the King of Kebabs. John, take a seat with me. Love it, love it.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Grab a seat.
Yeah.
So we've come down here today with some family. My wife has enjoyed a meal. My daughter's had her first kebab. She absolutely loved it. Friends have come through. They've loved it. But there's a character here. There's a man. There's a story. John,
Yes.
what's the background? How did you come to, make some of the best food that there is on the Gold Coast?
Well, it's not just Gold Coast, bro. You can say in the world because I believe I am one of the best in the world as well. Like,
I haven't had a wrap like it. I haven't
Yeah.
had a wrap like it.
Right. Because why? Because we do food with love. Especially in food industry, it's very, very delicate. What you got to do is like something you don't eat, just don't sell it, mate. Because people try to palm this off, palm that off.
That's it.
We don't do that. You know what I mean? So that's what makes us successful. Because look, you're happy, you come back again, and then you tell your friends, and the friends tell the other friends. It's just word of mouth gets around, and that's what happens. And we take pride in our work, and we love what we do.
Now, there's a bit of history behind that Adana recipe, that Adana kebab. Can you tell us a bit more about that and how you came to have such flavoursome food?
Well, what it is really simple, really tell you the truth. I can give you the recipe, but you can cook it, but it never comes out the way I do it, some reason. I don't know, because I think it's because we do food with love. We cook it with love. We put all our love into it, all our heart into it. So what happens there is...
you get good food.
Good food.
That's
good
it.
results. And that's what you need to do. If you don't like your job, don't do it.
And you grew up actually making and working in a kebab store as well.
Yes, of course, 100%. Like,
beautiful.
I'll tell you a little bit about my background if you like.
We'd love to know. The people would love to know the history of the King.
Not a problem, Dan. We'll just tell them.
I think we should tell them.
Yep. Okay, then, well, I was born in 1969 in Melbourne, Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Flemington. So it doesn't exist anymore, that hospital, I believe. Flemington Hospital has got knocked down. I don't know what's built there now, but that's where I was born. So my parents came here in 1969.
Beautiful.
In, I think it was
possibly
like
one of the first Turkish?
I think it was the second, because the first flight went to the Sydney and the second flight was into Melbourne, and my parents came to Melbourne. So when I was about 2 years old, my parents, they've sent us back to Turkey, to my auntie's house there. So we sort of grown up there.
Okay.
And my uncle was into Adana kebab, like that's what he was into.
Guys, quick note, if you come here, double Adana wrap, and if you can have a bit of spice, add the grilled chili. Trust me, it's a banger.
It's the best. Yeah, and now, so we were sent back to Turkey because like my parents came here thinking that they're gonna work here and go back to Turkey. It's never happened. Now, so when I was about, say 7, 8 years old, I was going to my uncle's shop. He had a little kebab shop with a charcoal there. And the way we grown up is like he used to put the Adana skewers, put the marination. We've seen all that. That's how we're growing up.
Yeah.
And then he used to tell us to go to the butcher, go and buy 2 kilos of lamb or 5 kilos of lamb and bring it back. And we used to just go to the butcher shop. While we're going to the butcher shop, we used to get distracted, of Luna Park or this or that. But yeah, we finally used to get it.
Rowdy teenagers, brother.
Yeah, and then take it back. And then he used to put it on a skewer, and do it. And that's how we're growing up. And when I was about 9, 10 years old, we came back to Australia. My dad had a kebab shop. And we're just growing up in the kebab shop again. You're like, that's what we know, that's what we've seen, and that's how we're growing up.
So you've grown up in kebab shops, you've come back, 9 to 10 years old. What's the history there? How do you, what's the focus after that? You back in school, you enjoy your troublesome in school?
Year 5, came back to Sydney.
Yep.
Because my parents moved to Sydney.
Yep.
And I was started at 5th grade in Granville Primary School. Yeah, Granville Primary School.
Granville, there we go.
Granville, and then we ended up in Granville High School. My dad opened up another shop in Auburn Road.
Yep.
There used to be, in the corner, there used to be a pub there where the Franklin's used to be. Now I think it's called
Franklin's, man, that's a throwback.
Yeah, bro. So, and then we had a small shop there, kebab shop. We used to manufacture our own kebabs there. And that's how we learned. Like we just kept on making them. There was people doing them in caravans, like doing 5 kilos, 10 kilos. But because we were very competitive, like my father was like me, like we like to sell volume.
Yeah.
So if people were selling the kebabs for like 380 or 350 back in those days, we were selling them for $1. So people used to come and buy like 2 kebabs, 5 kebabs, 10 kebabs. It wasn't like just selling one kebab, one kebab.
Yeah.
It was like selling 5, 10. So we were selling volume. Because we were selling volume, I was learning more. Why? Because I was getting quicker in servicing.
Getting more feedback and more information quickly. Yep.
And also like doing bigger kebabs. Like people were selling 5 kilo, 10 kilo kebabs a day. We were selling 80 kilos, 70 kilos. So we had to learn
It's a lot of product.
We had to learn how to make it bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And there was like my uncles were in the kebab shops and that, but I've actually taught them because like we still have a dispute about it. Uncle, I taught you how to make it. No, I taught you how to make it. What I say to him, mate, you used to do 10 kilos. I was doing 60 kilos, 70 kilos. Where have you learned how to do
Always
70
an uncle,
kilos?
always an uncle with an opinion, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Always an uncle.
Yeah, we'll still have, you know, like a little bit of laughs about it. But
Yeah.
that's how we're growing up. Even like with the chicken, like the chicken used to come from Redley, you know, Redley.
Yes.
They used to supply to us every mornings, and we used to take the bones out,
Debone it,
skin it, and then do our own marination, you know, and then do our own kebabs, and that's how we're growing up, bro. Just